Right, everybody, going to be talking about the latest Manchester United news. We're going to be talking about YORO returning, Kobe Mainoo new contract, 16-year-old KUKONKI training with the Manchester United squad, and much more Manchester United news. So don't forget to always stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get straight into it. We're going to be talking about Amorim's limited budget as well. But yeah, let's start off by talking about some more exciting news from training. Obviously, Amorim took his first training session today as Manchester United head coach, with some key players being involved. 16-year-old Gyokeres was involved for senior training for the first time. I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. It's a huge deal for him. He's a very talented prospect, plays with the under-18s. At being only 16, he's a very good player. As I said, 16-year-old, obviously Amorim, talking about playing with youngsters. Ultimately, KUKONKI is that one who is likely to come into the first team. As I said, a very good player, but yeah, exciting for him. Now, the next thing, I'm going to talk about YORO returning. Provided he suffers no setbacks this week, it seems possible that YORO could be part of the Manchester United squad against Ipswich on Sunday. I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. Obviously, he's been out with that long injury, and it'd be great for him to return. I think he is a very talented player, a very young player, and someone who can definitely add a lot to this Manchester United team, especially with Amorim set to play a back three system. It'd be very interesting to see what does happen with that. As I said, will he start? Probably not, but I think a lot of players returning is absolutely fantastic. Kobe Mainoo, which I'll talk about his contract later, but also took part in first team training. Obviously, Martinez, he's come back. Rashford and Casemiro are back in training. He played the full 90 minutes, Lisandro Martinez, but he should be back. Then YORO, obviously he's yet to play a competitive game, providing there should be no setbacks. He should be back. It's the first time in training. He's been back in training for a long time, but this is the first time he took part in team training. Kobe Mainoo, obviously as well, hasn't played in United since a goalless draw at Aston Villa in October. He was expected to miss a few weeks. Now he's back in action today. He's progressing. He's making the right steps. A return against Ipswich is unlikely for Mainoo, if he has yet to resume group training, so may be available for obviously the European game next Thursday against Bodo Glimt at Old Trafford. Luke Shaw, we can't really rely on him. Maguire, like Mainoo, England teammate Harry Maguire, was also injured during the goal at Villa Park. Potential return date would be December, so he's not quite ready yet. We don't know when Victor Lindelof will be back. Reports are suggesting that Malacia as well could be back in the squad. So Amorim will be choosing from the big squad for Manchester United. There will be a lot of players back, and that is a big positive for Manchester United. But again, I think YORO return is huge. I think he can have a big impact on this Manchester United team. He's young, he's up and coming, and very talented. So yeah, I think he will have a really big impact on this squad going forward. As I said, 18, 19 years of age, relatively young, and yeah, I'm just excited to see what he can offer. But United must not rush him back now. The next thing I want to talk about, it was an article from Telegraph Tucker talking about United and Amorim's limited budget. Now, this is a story that always comes out about Manchester United. I think it came out last season with United only having £35 million to spend. We obviously spent way more than that. The article, well, the key point from the article really is what I've got here. Ruben Amorim is set to operate on a more modest budget to Erik ten Hag at Manchester United, and will be tasked with maximising the untapped potential in the squad and the club's aim to end the damaging and costly cycle of mass overhauls. Manchester United feel there are plenty of players in the squad who, with better coaching, attention and support in the right system and setup, can have a higher ceiling in the squad than they may have shown previously, and the club hope Amorim can unlock that potential. There's also a feeling there may be more experienced players who also stand to benefit considerably from Amorim's arrival, and others who will find they are given a new lease of life in potentially reimagined roles. Dan Ashworth, Jason Wilcox and Omar Barada will give Amorim time to assess the squad and see how players adapt to his approach and method before they start to make any definitive plans for next summer window and the type of players and areas they want to target to supplement what is already there. In addition, who may go. Listen, it's disappointing to see Amorim will get a limited budget, but listen, he's a good manager. There's definitely some good sort of players involved that Amorim has at Manchester United. I think he has got a very good group of individuals to inherit. I think the issue that previous managers have had is making this team play like a team, not a group of individuals, and that's something we massively have seen at United over the years, and I think we did massively see under Ten Hag. I'm hoping he doesn't get. I think, as I said, it should be focused on bringing the youth. That's something that Manchester United was built on over the years. I definitely think that should happen. I think Amorim has got, there's so many young players coming through. You look at the under-18s, you've got Chidi Martin, Lucille, Shea Lacey, there's others as well, like Harry Amas. Very, very good wingers, very good defenders, like a whole really good team. The under-18s and under-21s are doing fantastic, to be honest with you. But again, I do think there definitely will be places in the summer where you definitely will look to reevaluate. There definitely will be young players coming through like KUKONKI, who's been in Manchester United training. But it would be a huge risk. I think defensively we probably will need new reimbursements. In midfield, I think we are okay with Eriksen and Casemiro potentially to leave. We could see the players, Toby Collier, come through. We'll have to wait and see, but I do think we definitely will need some reimbursements in that Manchester United team. Now, Manchester United sent their scout Sergio Souza to watch Victor Gyokeres in action for Sweden against Slovakia on Saturday. Now listen, I don't think even if Amorim came in, I think we would have went for him anyway. I think Amorim coming in does really help. What was I talking about? Yeah, on Gyokeres, Manchester United definitely do want to sign him. He is a very, very, very good striker with a big goal threat, and definitely has a lot to offer for this United team if he was to come in. I do think we do need an experienced striker with a lot of potential, and that's what he has got. His experience, but he can still go on and be better, in my opinion. And he was another player that Amorim looked to develop. Now, the last thing, Antony exit, I'm going to talk about. Manchester United will be willing to listen to offers for Brazilian Antony in the January transfer window, and United boss Ruben Amorim has made Portuguese sensation Giovanni Quenda his number one to replace Antony in what will be a new look team at Old Trafford. United chiefs are keen to offload Antony and would be willing to sell him to the highest bidder or loan him elsewhere in the middle of the season. Obviously joined from Ajax, hasn't had the greatest time at Manchester United. I actually wouldn't mind and wouldn't oppose that. He's on a lot of money. Again, listen, everyone gets a clean slate, but